So we will see how this works. We'll see if it works. I don't know if it's recording my audio right now. I don't know how all this works, but if it does, I can show you around my house. This is my first video, my first Minecraft world. My kids finally talked me into playing Minecraft about 2 months ago.
Really, only 2 months ago?
Really, only 2 months ago.
Like half a year.
So it's morning. I just woke up for the morning. And my window looks out to the east. We see the sunrise. We see a swamp. And we have my kitty, Penny, who brings me treats overnight. Sometimes it's useful things. Sometimes it's zombie flesh. So this is our house. I'll confess, I built the house in creative mode. This was my first world, so I started off in creative mode because I didn't know what I was doing at all. But I built this house.
Isn't interior type of thing?
And here is Sea Spider's room. Sea Spider is a huge bookworm in real life. So the fact that he has books in his room is excellent, even though they're really there just because they're the wall of our library over here. But every house should have shelves and shelves of books if it's a real house. And here's our living room and our front door.
And a cat.
And a cat. It's one of Ziggy's cats. Ziggy spawned about a dozen cats back before we switched to survival mode. And here's Jupiter Kitty's room. It has just a couple of cats in it.
Those aren't even mine.
That he says are not even his.
Yeah, I keep trying to find a cat, but...
Jupiter Kitty is a Scottish dancer, so he has the Scotland flags in here. He also has lots of things he's made and some cake, because when you're a kid, if you could eat nothing but cake, that would be the life. And over here, we have a workroom.
No, the reason I cut it is because
it has a loom and it has all the
and I wanted
general household tools and things in it. Here's our dining area and our sunken kitchen. There's not a lot of food because various kids coming through have taken most of it. I just went up to the farm and got some more of the vegetables and fruit lately. We have one back door out here. And here's the other room. This is Victory Lizard's room, but he took his bed out of it, so I'm not sure what the point of that is, because now he'll respawn at the world spawn if he doesn't leave it somewhere else. But he's got a fish tank and cats.
And tropical boxes and a TV.
And here's our other back door, and it looks out on the swamp. You can see a little bit of a preview of some of the other stuff we've built. And that's the insides of our house. Now you get to see what it looks like from the outside. And there's our yard. So we have stairs going up to the stables and to the McColumney River. And we have, there's the library window.
And there's a cat in real life.
And here's my flower garden. It's not really anything practical aside from maybe the berries. It's just there to look nice and be fun. After planting all this bamboo, I learned that bamboo will grow extremely tall, but at least you can make sticks out of it. Here is Fred's Redtronics. He's got his shop. I have filled up his input chest with redstone, and then he makes stuff.
My shop is closed. Don't show it. It's closed. I need to do some stuff.
And over here, we have our smithing shop, where we do all that kind of stuff. I had been hoping we would get a villager to live over here and do some work, but we don't have one at the moment. And we have 4 guest houses. They each have a bed or 2 and some storage. The 4 guest houses are either for if we can get enough villagers here to do some good, they need somewhere to sleep. And if not, they also provide a place for guests who join the game just temporarily but need somewhere to sleep at night. And here's somebody's house.
Torpedo Dude's house.
Torpedo Dude's house. It needs a sign that says Torpedo Dude's house. That's not Torpedo Dude's house. This is Torpedo Dude's house. It says closed, but we're going in anyway. Because we all store things like stairs and blocks and building supplies in here. But he has his own room back there, and he has a villager living in here.
That's probably why I had the villager spawn eggs and took them from you.
And in here...
I'm walking on something.
And here's Jupiter Kitty's shop. It's supposed to be an armory, but I don't know what he's done over there. And he hasn't been actually making useful weapons or armor.
I've been going to the Nether so much.
And we have our sheep, so we can have all different colors of whatever we need. Beds, carpet. And we have a cafe. The cafe was also built in creative mode. But there isn't really anything in it that's not just for looks that came from creative mode. The rest came from survival.
I've never seen what's in the door back there.
But we've got various food stuff in here. It keeps it stockpiled with food usually. He's got his ovens back in the back. And there's another room if we were to have a villager working on food prep stuff. That could be their room.
I've got a cuddly cat that's not usually cuddly.
So that's Victory Lizard's cafe. And I don't even know how to get this terracotta tile. That was obviously built in creative mode. Someday I'll have to learn how to get the terracotta. And here's my little shop. I just have household goods and things that aren't exciting to little boys. So if you need carpeting or you need a bed or you need signage or you need a compass, you can come up here. And garden stuff. Magic supplies. And raw materials. But this provides a handy place to store all this stuff too. And along the path over here, we have a couple of boats and we have a bridge and we have some wandering traders that we don't need to talk to. But the kids built a synagogue over here. It says Beit Knesset on it, which is just synagogue in Hebrew. And it's a pretty cool synagogue. It's very little because we can only have 5 people in the game at a time. It has a basement. And in the basement, there's a library. Not finished, we need a few more books. There's a library under construction. And it also has a room in it. They've been saying that we need to get a villager that can do enchantments and stuff over here.
Because I need a mending book.
So I guess that would be the rabbi's room. It would be a rabbi if it's a villager that's living in a synagogue doing magic stuff, and right? And it's getting late. Time to go back to the house. and go to bed before I have creepers spawning in my sheep pen and blowing them up. That's my main reason for my rule about everyone having to sleep at night, is I get tired of creepers showing up and blowing things up. But I'm going to feed you and unsit you, Penny. Oh, I didn't mean to hit you. You ran right where I was going.
It's making hearts even though you hit it.
She's making hearts even though I hit her, but she didn't bring me any treats overnight.
Because she was going crazy.
Yeah. Sorry I hit you, Penny. I'll give you extra food. And then I'm going to sit you so you don't get hurt.